Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver a lesson for class 12th, subject Zoology. Since we are studying about the various diseases in human beings, and we have already discussed about protozoal diseases and some of the bacterial diseases which include typhoid and diphtheria. Now today we will discuss about some other important bacterial diseases in human beings. First of all, we will today discuss about the bacterial disease known as pertussis, or is commonly called as whooping cough. This pertussis or whooping cough is a bacterial infection caused by a gram-negative Cox bacteria. Cox means the spherical shaped bacterium, which is known as Bacterial pertussis. This infection spreads by direct contact and by droplet methods that may include coughing, sneezing, kissing, etc. Now the incubation period of this infection is 10 to 15 days, and the main symptoms of this infection are characterized by the attacks of irritating and dry cough, which is accompanied by respiratory whoop, a typical sound that is produced at the time of inaspiration, or we also call it as inaspiratory whoop, which is a characteristic symptom of this disease known as whooping cough. The infection causes inflammation of the respiratory passages. It also causes cough and mild fever initially, and in the later phase of this disease, it causes accumulation of mucus in the respiratory passage, and an characteristic inaspiratory whoop develops. And the other symptoms of this infection include vomiting, hypoxia. Hypoxia means the deficiency of oxygen in the blood, which leads to the cyanosis, or the bluish color of the skin, especially of the lips and fingernails. And it may also cause even hemorrhage of the nose and eyes. The convulsions and pneumonia may also occur at the later phase of this disease. Now, the disease is prevented nowadays by vaccination, which is done by the triple vaccine known as DPT. This vaccine is a combined vaccine for three bacterial infections, as already said in previous topic, that is D for diphtheria, P for pertussis or whooping cough, and T for the tetanus. Now the next important bacterial infection which we have to discuss about is pneumonia. Pneumonia is a very common bacterial infection, and it is caused by different types of bacteria, but most commonly it is caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenza. These bacteria infect the alveoli of the lungs, and because of it, alveoli get filled with fluid, leading to severe problems in respiration, which is also known as dyspnea. Dyspnea means difficulty in respiration. The symptoms of pneumonia include high fever with chills, cough, headache, and in severe cases, the lips and fingernails may turn grey to bluish in color because of hypoxia, that is the deficiency of oxygen in the blood. This infection spreads through droplet methods and even by sharing utensils, glasses, towels, etc. with infected persons. The treatment is done with various antibiotics under the supervision of an expert physician. Now the next important disease, bacterial disease, what we call as leprosy. Leprosy is also known as Hansen's disease. It is a chronic infectious bacterial disease caused by a rod-like bacterium known as Mycobacterium leprae. This infection initially affects the peripheral nerves, leading to paresthesia, that is, the loss of sensation around the infected area, and inflammation of the local nerves. In its later phase, it affects the skin, muscles, bones, and cartilage, etc., and also other internal organs. Now the next important disease, bacterial infection, is what we call as plague. Plague is a very dangerous infection which was earlier considered as the most dreadful disease and have killed millions of people in the past. And this disease is caused by a deadly bacteria known as Yersinia pestis, and initially it was also called as Pasturula pestis. Nowadays it is known as Yersinia pestis. This disease is characterized by high fever and swelling of lymph nodes in groins or armpits. The plague is of three types, which are: number one is the bubonic plague. When it infects the lymph nodes of the groins and armpit, then it is called as bubonic plague. And sometimes this bacteria may reach to the lungs and cause the another type of plague, that is known as pneumonic plague. And the third type of plague is known as septicemic plague, where this bacterium is confined into the blood vessels, and sometimes it causes, this septicemic plague may cause the gangrene of fingers and toes, which is a very fatal and dangerous condition. Now the treatment of this disease is done with the help of various antibiotics such as streptomycin, gentamicin, doxycycline, ciprofloxacin, etc. But as is rightly said, prevention is better than cure. So the most important thing to prevent from this disease is to take the preventive measures, such as we have to take the measures to reduce the rodent habitats, because in fact this Yersinia pestis is actually the infection of rodents, mice and rats, but somehow accidentally it also infects the human beings and causes this dreadful disease. Therefore, to control the population of rodents and mice in your locality and in your homes is the key concept of the prevention of this disease. For this purpose, we have to fill the holes and gaps in our houses to stop mice and rats from getting in. And we have to periodically clean up your yard of the house, and we must wear gloves if we have to touch with animals, dead or alive. We must also use flea control sprays or other treatments on our pets. These are the preventive measures of this disease. Nowadays, the vaccine is also available for the prevention of this dreadful bacterial infection. Now, this was all about the bacterial infections in human beings. Now, in our next topic, we will study about the viral diseases of human beings. Until then, goodbye and good luck. Thank you.